stuck in the sand.
Hey guys, how you doing there? This is Joe, and today I'm here with the final part, or at least the final official part of Standpoint. This is Depression Stage 5, Stage 20 in total, and this is pretty much the last level in the game. And I guess you could say the last true level in the game is Stage 19, the one before this one, which is easily the most difficult stage in the game. I didn't even do it legit in the playthrough that I uploaded to the channel. I kind of used a couple of exploits to kind of finish that, and I'm still not sure I fully understand that one. But here we are, Stage 20, and it's been a bit of a journey, man. This is a relatively short level, so I'm going to try and keep this to the point. And I was going to make a shitty pun there about standpoint, but I thought I'll avoid it. And yeah, let's just see how this plays out. Everything we see here is pretty much going to be narrative based. We pretty much just need to make our way to the end, and not really any puzzles, just kind of like a pathway that we need to take. And this is going to bring us to the conclusion of this game. Now, when I do get to the end, I'm going to upload the ending separately. You'll see why when I get there. But in this point, I'm just trying to figure out if I can actually get this box. I'm figuring because the narrator said distracting or distraction, that it's not actually obtainable. So I'm going to see if I can actually do it here. I don't think I can, but I'm going to try and do some crafty falling and see if I can like side swipe into the window or something like that. Not quite, but you do get this awesome little animation here of like bouncing on things. It seems to be pretty prevalent in the game itself. If you do that at like a high speed, you will bounce off the edges, which is pretty funny. You can always try and do that. But let's talk about my impressions of this game, just because I'm not going to have a chance to once it's over. I've got to say, I actually really enjoyed my time with it.
You carry with you.
It was a pretty competent puzzle game for first person. I really enjoyed a lot of the puzzles. I've got to say, my favourite kind of puzzles in this game was easily probably the depression ones, and depression and denial I think were my favourites. Bargaining was pretty good as well, but they had a couple of tedious stages like the mini mazes for the cubes and things like that. But it did have a couple of interesting mechanics. But I've got to say, this game really shined when it kind of had like was broken up into sections, and you had to try and figure out a way between the rooms.
You can hold only one
between the rooms and things like that. And I've got to say, Depression really did that really well. It was all about kind of bringing cubes with you and kind of seeing what you could do with them, and trying to get from one area to the next. Don't get me wrong, Standpoint had its kind of, like I mentioned earlier, like tedious moments, things that were really frustrated me, but I guess every puzzle game pretty much has that. And I wasn't a big fan of the anger stages, although I liked them aesthetically and I liked the premise behind them. I could understand them. It kind of broke up the game in terms of like the monotony of kind of doing the same thing over and over again. I've got to say, each area did kind of stand on its own, so that's really good. And each stage within the area kind of really helped break it up by giving you new things to do, like pretty much every level. But yeah, the twitch reflexing and like the kind of pixel perfect jumping before like resetting and things like that was pretty frustrating. And again, they were my least favourite, so that is that. And what else? I've got to say that I actually got a lot like really frustrated in my in the last depression stage, stage 19.
Whatever path you take now, you will come to the same moment. You
can see in the playlist that it's easily the longest video. I think it like touched on an hour, and even that was cut down, just because that a lot of it was simply basically I got to a point at the end of that where I kind of fucked myself over, and the checkpoint that I had kind of broke, and I couldn't go back and I couldn't progress after playing for like an hour. So that kind of really messed me up, and that's why I chose to do that not legit. I could have restarted and like maybe try and figure out a way to do that genuine, but I kind of found kind of a bug in the game, or kind of like an exploit, not a bug, and I kind of manipulated that and kind of used that to my advantage And that's the way I like to play it, to be honest. If you go and watch the Talis Principle, which is easily one of my favourite puzzle games of all time, and one of my favourite games of all time, I have a lot of fun kind of exploiting that game. And if I'm given the option to do it, then I will do it, especially if I'm in a situation where I have to reset and kind of redo like 45 minutes to an hour's worth of stage. So I don't feel too bad about that one, but I would like to go back and try and figure out a legit way. I'm sure people will kind of tell me in the comments about that. But yeah, again, this is kind of just like a path to the final closing section of this game, and it's kind of giving you a little bit of a glimpse at all the things that you've done so far. And yeah, I guess this is more kind of forward in narrative, and I've not really spoke about the narrative too much as I played it. I kind of just let it kind of get on with it, but I've got to say the narrative made sense for it.
There are no shortcuts. The labyrinth, no true, is your life. Entangled or entwined. Some parts more twisted than others.
But yeah, the game definitely had a pretty serious narrative to it that you could choose to follow. It seems to me that it tells the tale of a woman who had a lot of troubles kind of giving birth, and then I believe the second time around, which the game kind of revolves around to, she gives birth, but I believe she dies in the process. And I guess the whole kind of terminology and dialogue they're hearing in this
is may see what you're heading for long before you find a road to take you there.
It's kind of her talking to her partner, I believe, and you're going to see more of that in the ending, which is going to give you a pretty detailed synopsis of it. We're coming up to that now, but here it is, guys. That was Standpoint. This is the final stage. Go into the playlist and look for the ending. It's going to be in there. I won't be commentating through it.
That will be your standpoint.
So there it is, guys. Stick around. Make sure you watch the ending. Got the 2 secrets here, 1 and 2. I'm not sure if there's a different ending if you don't get all the secrets, but you're going to see me get all the achievements here. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.
The last piece of me I could give